Dear American public, I made this after writing a Facebook post. A small portion of this video is spontaneous. Some of it isn't. My name's Lily Willy. And I want to share with you something. If you are a civilian, you don't really need guns if your main desire is either self-defense or even objectively, you don't really need guns in order to kill somebody with, even in self-defense. I'm saying this as an objective fact. You really don't. You want guns, but you don't need them. There's very little that you actually objectively need in order to kill somebody. That you don't have already on your own body. And if you want to disable somebody without killing them, all you really have to do is shove someone hard enough against the right metal object and you can disable them for life. I know. Ask my left hemisphere. I was punched in November 2013 beside a metal rack outside of a building near my home, and the person's punch sent me against the metal rack, resulting in my hitting the left side of my head against that rack. My vocabulary knowledge has still not reconnected 100% to my social side, aka my mouth. I'm a language tutor. For me, that was not a good thing. My brain is therefore living testimony to the fact of what I just told you. If you want to disable somebody without killing them, you don't fucking need a gun. The person who sent me against the metal rack did it with his punch. He didn't have a gun. and watch enough murder mysteries and read enough of them, and you'll learn fairly quickly you don't really need a gun to kill somebody with. The right herb or the right household chemicals in the right amount are ample weapon enough, even to kill somebody. And look at the warning labels on a lot of your household chemicals. Some of them, if you look, have warning labels against letting your dog or cat or pet get them, even accidentally, into their gullet. You know why? Some household chemicals taste sweet. If you throw the right chemical towards the right person, you can blind them or otherwise disable them for life without a gun. With chemicals almost all of you own in your own home, if you are housed. This is a fact. You don't need guns if what you really want is only self-defense, or even only to be able to kill somebody, or even severely disfigure or disable somebody. You have all the weapon you technically need on your own person. These, your legs, under the right circumstances, for the right victim, your own mouth, your own words, in the right circumstance could kill somebody. I'm a verbal sensitive. I have, in my history, attempted suicide. Because of others' words. I care about you very much. Even though American isn't my first language. Because Hungarian was the first language I spoke from the cradle. And British English the second. And not and not all of it 20th century English either. But I care about you. And I care about peace even more. What I just told you, though, by virtue of its accuracy, I would believe even if I weren't a pacifist. Both inside and outside. America, with due respect, you have an anger problem. As someone with an anger problem, part of which is neurological, that I've dealt with my whole life, I'm telling this to you with due respect and care. You have a culture-wide anger problem. It's in your politics, and to some degree it's in the way you think. And I recognize it because in my history, I've had it worse than I do now. And I used to be as politically rabid as almost every one of you that succeeds in American politics has to stay in order to actually survive. Your kids have an anger problem socially because you do. You will not be able to stop the school shootings or otherwise mass violence until you confront this. And until, whether it's soon or centuries from now, until you fix it. I care about you. And I hope that more of you will start to see this. Your military needs those advanced weapons. You don't. You just need yourselves. If your only interests were really self-defense or even killing people, you really only need yourselves. And you will not stop having these violent outbursts, both in school and out, until you fix it. And until you realize that the reason you haven't trimmed the violence yet is not because you need guns in order to be able to defend yourselves or even to kill people, but because up to this point you have wanted them. Face it, America, because that's the truth. I care about you. Bless you.